Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I am actually posting a new video of my new AMD PC build. We have a Ryzen 3 3100 4-core 8 threads by AMD. We also have an RX 580 4GB graphics. We have a TherMALTAKE 650, 8 gigs of RAM with 3000 megahertz. The case we are going to be using is going to be a Cooler Master Q500L, and the motherboard we are using is an ASUS B50M Prime. Stay tuned on my new build on my new PC. Enjoy! This is my new AMD Ryzen 3 3100 4-core 8 threads processor. This recently just came out 3 or 4 months ago, so in May. And this right here is actually our manual for our motherboard. And I find it so weird that the manuals still have an installation disk for optic drives. So I'm not sure why they still do that, but I'm assuming it may be for some people that like to have the disk, but you can always get your installation for your motherboard online. And this right here is actually your I/O shield that is inside your case, but it aligns with your motherboard. We have a few USB 2.0 and 3.0 slots. We also have slots for your microphone, your line, and your audio jacks. And then we also have a display HDMI. And then we also have for a DVI port, and then we also have our PS2, which is the old school mouse and keyboard. And what I am doing now is I am installing the CPU. And to always know how to install your CPU, there's always a little arrow on the motherboard is to match where the end of the CPU to make sure that you're aligning the CPU correctly. So what I'll be doing is actually installing my RAM sticks on my motherboard. I have two 8 gig RAM sticks from CORSAIR under 3000 megahertz. So I am going to be installing it on the second and fourth slot. One way of installing them, you just gotta match the pins into the DIMM slots, and when you check on that, you want to make sure when you're installing them that you're putting them at the same time, and then you're clicking them to secure it in place. You want to hear a little lock. So I already had installed the fan right after I did the installation of the RAM sticks. So this is the final look of inside the motherboard of everything that we will be installing. The graphics card will come later. The cool thing about this case is it's made by Cooler Master. It's a Q500L. It's usually made for a mini ATX board, a small build. So the glass is not actually glass, it's acrylic. And I love that it's very breathable. It has the mesh on top, on the side, and pretty much all over on the case. So right now we are installing the power supply, and with this case we actually are installing the power supply on the top. Usually the power supplies are more on the bottom, but this one has a cable that's running through the top of the case. The MATCO, so the MATCO subscribe.
MATCO sponsored.
MATCO sponsored to our PC build. Instead of using PC tools, we use MATCO tools. What we are doing now is actually installing the motherboard to the case. On the motherboard there is some silver holes, and that's where we're going to be placing the screws on the motherboard to hold and secure the motherboard while it's standing upright. And once we're done with that, I already added the I/O shield to the case. So once we're done screws on the motherboard to the case, then all we have to do is just install the graphics card. And this is so far our build. So what I did is I actually installed in the back my 2 terabyte Seagate Barracuda hard drive that I had on my old computer. So I have installed my graphics card, and I actually did some cable management and was able to set up my system. So this is the final product of my PC build. Guys, I had so much fun on building my new computer. Thank you so much for all your love and support on my channel. If you have any questions in regarding to my PC build or any computer questions, I'll try to help as much as I can. If you have any other suggestions on videos to make, please let me know in the comments. Thanks so much. Y'all have a great day.